Hey everyone, Synthr here. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 4 upcoming projects which I am very bullish on. And as you know, pre-sales have been doing super well lately, so it's always worthwhile to stay up to date with all potentially pro upcoming projects that are still early. So my goal with the channel obviously is to share with you guys as early as I can these projects. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 with you, which are worth looking into, in my opinion. And as you can see, the first one here on the screen is Synthr. So I think this one is going to be quite hyped. It's an interoperable omni-chain liquidity protocol. And as you can see, powering capital efficient and secure cross-chain transfer of value using highly solvent and omni-chain synthetic assets, making bridges obsolete. So that sounds really interesting, of course. You can see here they've got already almost 2 million testnet transactions and over 12,000 testnet users. And here you can request access. So if you click on here, you'll be able to connect your wallet. And once again, most likely there'll be an airdrop. Obviously, doing testnet transactions and using the testnet can give you access to potential airdrops. So it's always worthwhile trying that out and looking more into it and so on. So if we scroll down a bit, you can see it's being built on pretty much every chain out there. And they've received grants from plenty of big names, like you can see Sui here, Aleph0, Oasis Network. I think Say is here as well. Yes, it is. So it's all really big names that they've received grants from. So you can see that people really believe in what they're trying to accomplish. So as you can see here, enabling DEX aggregators to perform low slippage cross-chain swaps without using bridges, enabling developers to plug into Synthr's liquidity network to create omni-chain applications, and enabling liquidity providers to stake collateral on any chain, mint omni-chain synthetic assets, and earn boosted APR. So that sounds like a really awesome idea, and I'm looking forward to how they're going to be building that. So you can see here in terms of the investors, they also have some really big names. They've got NGC Ventures here. If you just have a look, you can see the names are really bullish. That's always important when looking into projects, who's backing them basically. So that's all very, very pro. You can see here also a list of their partners. So if you want to look more into depth about how exactly everything's going to work, you can check out their white paper, which you can see actually was put together 7th of August 2022. So they've been building for quite some time already. And you can scroll through, you can see pretty much just briefly how complicated it actually looks. Every time I see math formulas like this, it makes me stress out a bit, I won't lie. PTSD from high school. But anyways, check that out if you want to. I'm going to look at some more simple stuff, like this competition analysis between some of the other biggest people in the space, like Synthetics, ThorSwap, Stargate, and so on. Here you can see how they are superior in certain ways. For example, in terms of high solvency, they have that where Synthetics and ThorSwap doesn't. They have slippage-free cross-chain transactions. They have multiple independent consensus layer and ecosystem you can see here compared to the others. So if we go to the next page, you can see their token utility and staking benefits. So what are your benefits? If you hold a token, you get 30% of protocol revenue, you get protocol governance rights, boosted DEX LP farming rewards, bribes to influence gauge weights for DEX LP farming rewards, and discounts on transaction fees as well. So now we can have a look at their tokenomics. Always important to have a look at that. You can see a seed round was 1.5 cents. They have a 3-month cliff, but 5% unlock on TGE, and then linear vesting for 18 months. So it's very little on launch. Their FTV is around 9 million. Then private sale and KOL round, both about almost double that. And that is $0.028 with 10% TGE and 20% TGE for KOL, and then 2-month cliff and 1-month cliff for KOL, and then 6-month vesting and 12-month. And something to note is the crowd sale is actually cheaper than the KOL round and private round, and it has better vesting, which you can see 20% on TGE with 1-month cliff and 4-month linear vesting, and the round size is a bit smaller obviously, but it's really good terms. So if you can get into that, you're getting better terms than KOL and private round. Not as good as seed, but better than those two, which is saying something. And I think the last project to do this was I think Satoshi VM on Ape Terminal. So it makes you think maybe it's going to go on Ape Terminal, since they're doing this tokenomics, since it gets so hyped on Ape Terminal that even though KOL round is more expensive, they're still willing to do it. So worthwhile to look into this one. Initial TGE market cap is only 440k. So you can see the potential is definitely there. So make sure to give them a follow if you want to stay up to date with Synthr. So the next project I'm going to be talking about is IvendPay. As the name suggests, a payment platform. You can see a simple way to start accepting crypto. Our streamlined process makes it simple and hassle-free to get started. Say goodbye to complex setups and host the world of crypto with ease. So you can see their partners are quite big. Binance Pay, which have partnered with OKX, Gate.io, some big names there. That's obviously very good. In terms of their products, they're going to have a POS machine. Obviously, this machine that you see all the time. They're going to have a mobile app, which is simple and user-friendly to accept payments in more than 40 different currency. And you can have a portable crypto POS machine in your pocket, basically. Then they're going to have e-commerce plugins as well, vending machines as well, which is going to be interesting, API integration. And it's going to be easy, safe, and fast, no hidden fees, and so on. So that's obviously all very good. You can see they're going to have tons of different currency support and over 400 locations in which that it's going to work. So that's pro. We'll have a look at their Twitter. They've had some really good partnerships. They're official partner of TON, so that's really good. They're also very close with Vapor Wallet, who partnered with Visa, so there probably is some sort of a connection there, which is really good. So next up, let's have a look at their tokenomics, which is always important to look at, like I always say. You can see supply on TG 845,000, which is also decently low. Here you can see the token distribution, private 1 and private 2, 2 cents and 2.5 cents respectively. And initial circulating sold 7,570. They only get 5% on TG for private 1, and private 2 is 10% on TG. 3-month cliff, and then equal installments over 9 months, where private 2 has 1-month cliff and then equal installments over 9 months. Then they have the influencer round, which is 15% on TG, 1-month cliff, and then over 9 months, that's the same price as private 2. And then you get public sale, which is definitely the best round, 3 cents, and that is 30% on TG, and then over 2 months, which is very quick. And it's also quite a decent raise for public sale, 1.5 million. So if you can get in that one, in my opinion, it could be worthwhile. Obviously, we're waiting for more information on which launch pads it'll be, but definitely stay tuned for that. Give them a follow to stay up to date. Next project I'm going to talk about is Amulet, which is having, well, it already had burning drop on KuCoin actually, so that one is a bit late, so a bit sorry about that, but still looks really pro and worth looking into. So it's going to be the first yield protocol with built-in protection. If you click on launch app here, you can already see what they've built, which looks really pro. And if you go to their docs, which I'll show you some more information. But you can see here their backers, where they have some really big names. They've got Animoca Brands, NGC Ventures. Always good to see those names and more. So in terms of their features, it uses ERC 4626 Vault standard to power its strategies, enabling easy integrations with top Web3 platforms for the best yields. They're going to have transparent risk profiles that have 17-point risk inspection checklist that keeps you informed about the risks with each vault to make you make informed decisions. And built-in protection where you can secure assets with AmuShield, which is a solution to protect your funds as soon as they enter the vault. Here's some more information on that AmuShield that's got 24/7 monitoring, emergency response, and so on. Here's some of their partners, and I already went through their backers. Keep in mind those are very different things. So here I showed you the app already. Let's have a look at their token. So its token is going to be AMU, which is a protocol, well, it's protocol governance token, which enables active participation in the governance, incentives, distributions, and empowering holders to vote and implement changes, obviously, in the ecosystem and so on. In terms of its distribution schedule, always important to look at that. Let's have a look. Seed 10% unlock on TGE, 6-month cliff, and then linear vesting over 3 years, which is really a huge lockup for them. Private has 10% on TGE, 6-month cliff, and then also over 3 years. So it's the same for them. And then team advisors also have the usual big lockup and so on. So this one is a very big lock, and that's important to keep in mind for the listing. If you're looking to get in, you know there's a big cliff until they get tokens, so that you know they only got that 10%. It's good to calculate how much they're up and then see if it's worthwhile to get in. You can see here it'll be listed on KuCoin 9 a.m. 23rd of January 2024, and that's tomorrow since I'm uploading this video. And then Gate.io is actually doing the startup initial offering for AMU. You can see here subscription period is between 5 a.m. 22nd of January and 5 a.m. 23rd of January. So you still have time to participate in that if you would like. And the airdrop value is $100,000. So it's a decent amount worth trying to get into if you're interested. So that covers Amulet. And now it's time to cover the last project of this video, which is Hashstack. So Hashstack is a permissionless under collateralized lending protocol on Starknet. As you know, Starknet has been picking up tons of hype, so that's very bullish. And this enables its users to borrow up to 5 times collateral as debt for yield farming and trading capital needs. And their traction on Starknet ecosystem is actually really impressive. They've already gone up to being the 7th biggest protocol and actually growing from there. So that's really bullish. And in terms of their roadmap, Q1 is when they plan to have the TGE, and they have official Starkway support in the form of 2 grants and committed investments. So that's obviously very big. So let's have a look a bit more about their overview and a basic summary of how Hashstack's Open works and so on. So through Open, anyone, anywhere worldwide can borrow up to 5 times their collateral completely permissionless without the need for trusted third parties. So you can borrow up to $500 with collateral of as little as $100. So it's over 600% more loan against the collateral when compared to the incumbent money markets like Compound, Aave, and MakerDAO. And the $500 loan can be spent entirely on trading capital across Yagi Finance, JediSwap, and MySwap in the application directly without needing to switch tabs and interfaces. So Open integrates dApps of critical novelty across ZKL2 and L1s, where the loan can be spent. For example, a borrower can trade $500 loan for equivalent Bitcoin on DYDX on Starknet. And here the transfer of assets happens on a protocol level between Open and DYDX, while the state change of the loan market is recorded for the borrower. And if the trade returns a positive yield, the borrower makes a profit, which is for them to keep. And the borrower can repay the debt and exit the transaction with positive returns. So if we have a look at this tweet, we can see their TVL growth. You can see Hashstack there. At the moment, number 1 is Starksport, then Nostra and Hashstack. Keep in mind this was posted on the 15th of January, so about a week ago. So you can see the growth is really looking good. So this is one to keep an eye on, especially if you're bullish on Starknet, which personally I am, and they've got a lot of hype. And with the potential airdrop and everything, it's definitely worthwhile keeping an eye on projects launching on Starknet. So hopefully this video helped you stay up to date with some more new early projects. I appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to give me a follow on Twitter, Telegram, always active there. Give me a subscribe on the channel, always appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.